So the biggest question in the tech industry, especially in the mobile application development industry, is which platform to pick when building a mobile application. Is native environment the best environment for building an app? Or is cross-platform is the best way to go? Each of these platforms have their own uniqueness to them. But I'll try and give you a breakdown of how these platforms work and which platform is best for you so that you can decide which platform to go with, because these platforms are the foundation of your mobile application, and if they're not done right, you might get into a problem where you might not be able to scale your idea very efficiently. Now let's talk about the native side of the mobile applications. Now, the native is when you build your mobile application using Java or Kotlin in Android, or Swift or C++ or any other languages supported by iOS environments to build your application solely for that platform. These platforms come with a wide variety of resources available to them, and you can build a massive set of functionality in your application using these native environments. The other platforms, those are getting really popular these days, are cross-platforms. The top of the list in cross-platforms are React Native applications and Flutter applications. These platforms are created so that you can code your application one time using React Native, which is a JavaScript framework, or Flutter, that would allow you to build your application and distribute it to iOS devices as well as on Android devices. And a lot of people also like to publish on Windows devices. Now, these platforms are great because it allows you to build and scale your application really efficiently. Now, you don't have to take care of two different code bases, and you don't have to deal with two different developers to build your mobile application. In my personal experience for the past 5 years when we've been building mobile applications, I have never seen a scenario where we had to switch cross platforms to a native platform just because of the functionality. But we did came across some clients those were really particular about their application being built in native environment because the application size was quite massive, and they wanted to make sure that the application is fully coded in the environment that it is built for, which is why we have seen that a lot of big companies, those are working with big ideas, they want to keep their code base entirely unique for each platform. And on the other side, clients prefer using a cross-platform approach because that's efficient, that is easy, and that is a bit quicker than building an app with a native environment. Now, if you're building a medium-sized application, I would highly suggest to go with a cross-platform because there are a massive set of libraries available on the internet. There are a lot of features, components, those are easily accessible, and those can be compiled into a really nice looking mobile application. On the other hand, if you're looking at a native application, you should still consider the cost and the time it would take for building these native applications, because building an app on Android and building an app on iOS is two different things, and the code base is entirely different, even the UI is entirely different, so you can't really utilize the components as you would on the cross platforms. So you gotta consider this perspective. But overall, I think cross-platform applications as well as native environment based applications are both very much in demand, depending on what is your app envisioning in the future. Obviously, both of these platforms have their own unique capabilities and offerings. Those are very unique to their own environment. So it solely depends on what you choose for your application, but whichever it is, make sure that you do your research. Now, if you find yourself in a place where you don't feel like you have enough answers for the questions, you can always get in touch with me, and I will be very happy to go about understanding your idea, the application that you're building, and then I can break it down for you into a very reasonable and understandable set of items so that you know which platform works best for your application. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if I find some interesting questions in the comments, I'll make sure to make another video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.